shouting when scouts are marching and you're ululating, really. Hey. Eh. How can you tell? How Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that I've muted the camera. So guys, Marwa is 44 years, possibly, or 40 something. Why? Because when the mother left Nyabohanze to go to college, he told us once he was 12 years when he lost his eye because of the carelessness of Condad. All right? Now, yesterday they were talking somehow, and Marwa realizes that, we are spilling the beans. And what did he have to do? He quickly had to make the mother change the topic and talk about something else. Because the mother had revealed that she struggled for 7 years teaching without actually having any training. Then Conrad's mom now went to college after that, all right? And when she went to college, she actually took how many years? 2 years, of course, that is P1. And after 2 years, she came back and she has taught for 30 years. That is what she said. Now, when you do a quick calculation, that is 32 years plus 12 years. Maro should be 44, if I'm not lying. And I think that is her age. Look at my skin. I don't have mula. Go look at Marwa's skin. And I'm approaching 40, guys. Hey. So, when Marwa tells us he's 30 something, I really don't understand. Just like Dimwango tells us, I'm in my 20s. But when you look at her skin, it's not far from mine. And she uses natural whatever. For me, I just use. I don't do any enhancement on my skin. So actually your skin can tell you about your age. It can. Yeah. So I'm looking at Marwa's discussion with the Concrate's mom the other day. I'm like, you revealed something to us, but I shouldn't be minding a lot about that because Rosho here doesn't mind. Mamito, hola. So she came to the house to tell us how she actually was convinced to come to Nyabohanze. And I'm here to pull some receipts out of that before I go to Davy Jr. Davy Jr. cracking very bad pranks on Mwita. And also, these titles again. This video that he did just to say that you want me about Matiko and I didn't listen. See what happened. Then I was checking for what happened. And I was like, why are you... When headers, you say headers. When headers begin to prospect something negative, you say they are heading. But you yourself, when you're prospecting negative, you don't see it, even through your titles. Anyhow, let's get to Rosho and listen to what she tells us.
And there's some things that I want to share with you today. Okay. Some stuff, you can receive payments, can offer no limits. You can be in one country and countries from other places all over the world, they can see you, and but in this moment of my life, I was feeling like, okay, Rocio, it's time to use your own voice. It's time to sing your own voice. It's time to sing your own lyrics, your own expressions, your own everything, It's time to show yourself to the world in bigger ways. Funny enough, something that I remember my therapist told me when I was working this fear of being seen. Why fear of being seen? My personality maybe is a little bit of my Libra, We like to like people. And generally, we like to like. We like when people like us. We don't really want to be hated, But I know that this very, very beautiful but difficult world of social media brings both sides, And it's not that I wanted not to be hated, but I wanted to be ready to be able to hold that, to be able to not to give up when I receive a little hate. So I needed to become a strong person for that. I need to make my integrity to be stronger, to be able to hold.
Hey, what integrity, guys? I teach English and I thought integrity is about doing the right thing always. whether people are watching you or not, and being rightful, I don't know. According to Rochelle, whatever she means with integrity, I'm not quite sure of what she means. Okay, so when she says she was working on her integrity, I'm like, did you lack integrity then? Okay, and you began to work on your integrity so that you can fit in social media. What do you mean? Okay, so Rochelle was trying to tell us that the world of social media has both sides, haters and people who like you. And in her world, she only prefers people liking her. But she was there with a therapist to make sure that she is ready to actually receive haters without having to be emotionally driven. And I'm like, okay, did it work or is it working? You know, I'm just trying to understand. But she kept telling us more and more, more and more.
Whatever that exposure brings to my life. That's why I started to do this job before I actually exposed myself in bigger ways, you know. And it's not really necessary. Some people just get the exposure and then just live it through it. Me, I wanted to create a solid foundation for my dream, which is, I think, is very, very important. I have learned in life that yes, you can ask God for many things, but it's very important to ask for wisdom to hold your dream. No, maybe you ask for a lot of money, then you receive the money, you have no idea how to take care of the money. So it's very important to ask for the wisdom, to ask for
The Solomonic tales, all right? When Solomon was asked whether he wants money or wisdom, we are told he says he wants wisdom. And so Rochelle is here trying to pull us into this narrative that when she actually decided to choose on what she has to go for, she went for wisdom because she did not want to get a lot of money. And at the end of the day, she doesn't know how to use it. Hey, okay. I'm just trying to absorb so that I see whether I can borrow a leaf from here.
ready for this, because I can spend my whole life preparing myself, but then it's just preparation, but I don't take action on what I actually want. So the day I say, okay, I am ready, I will put all my energies in this, especially my YouTube channel when it comes to music, and my YouTube channel for podcasting, and for blogging my travel, because I've been traveling for 4 years and I have a lot of beautiful stories, amazing memories, amazing people, amazing stories to tell that I didn't record. Why? Procrastination and many other excuses that I was able to tell.
Oh, so Rochelle was a traveler for the last 4 years. Maybe just 1 year behind Dimango. I didn't know this. So now the podcast is going to be focused on diaries. All right? So she wants to come up and tell stories about where she went, different places. I'm like, you have money now. You just go back and travel and do the travel vlogs. If you are deciding to do travel vlogs, you cannot come and tell a story. But anyway, let's keep watching and see what the podcast will do. Because I'm looking at currently, for example, what OT is doing. OT is bringing people to interview on different matters here and there. And as we watch, we get excited. Like, I was so excited about this story of Max 1. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. So Rochelle comes here telling us that she has been traveling for the last 4 years. Last 4 years, guys. So Dimango, you have a competitor here. She has traveled all over the places, and Europe, remember? maybe USA, I don't know. But did you travel in Europe really? Because you did go to Europe recently, and you are telling us that that was your dream place, you know, a place you had dreamt to go for. So it means, I don't know, where was she traveling? I'm just trying to get it. And she was procrastinating, not recording. That's what she tells us, right? So was she really a traveler? Or was she on another mission, let's say maybe singing? So I don't see. I'm not getting it whether Rosho is telling us the truth. Because if she really came up on the streets to do travel content, automatically she would have recorded. And maybe she would have to dig out of her archives some videos about what she did. Because if she was a singer, hello. Yeah, so, hello, Skamara, welcome, welcome. If Rosho was actually a traveler, I'm just trying to absorb something here, she would automatically record her stuff because she tells us she was here 4 years ago. She was already traveling, but she did not record her content. And she's telling us she didn't do so because of procrastination. Really? Something is not adding up unless she's trying to fit in the spaces of Marwa and Dimwango to sound similar, you know? Sometimes you have to fit in a niche. Anyway, oh my goodness. Let me not say it anyway.
Myself. But I said, but for many years I wanted to be a travel vlogger as well, because I had inspiration from other channels that I was following for years, that I have
Like
been
which
following
one?
for years, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to travel, so I do that. And when I was traveling, I wasn't doing it.
Okay.
So when I started to feel that I was ready for something bigger in terms of my music and in terms of me generally as Rocio, I was ready to show myself to the world. I said, okay, God, I will do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And poof, I met this YouTuber called Marwa.
And boof, boom. Oh, it is, Dimongo says, and boom, I met this biracial boyfriend. But now she is saying, and boom. Oh, she said, and boof. I was like, okay, boof. So boof, she met this vlogger known as Marwa. And now her sleeping giant in herself after jumping or traveling from man to man woke up and she decided to begin her travel vlogs. Okay, I'm looking at the 2 years when this girl met Marwa, okay, in Mexico, because I saw those videos earlier. And then, all the way, I've never seen travel vlogs for Rochelle on her channel, apart from the recent one when she went to Europe. So she's saying now her decision to do travel vlogs came up. The reality, not a decision actually, the reality of doing the travel vlogs came up when she met Marwa. And I'm like, okay, but you did not begin the travel vlogs anyway. Scamaro is saying kaput in director Kelbo Boys. Okay, so
and
that
it
is
was
boof.
not a coincidence. You know, I feel it was sent by God as a vessel, because he actually opened a lot of doors. Many of you today are here watching this video and listening to me because of him. So
So Rosho has adapted this way again to talk like Dimango. Maybe she's learning that if I keep appreciating this guy, the moolah will be flowing and flowing in the right direction. You get it? Because the sister has been praising Marwa all day long. If not for my brother, if not for my brother, it's because of my brother. You see me here because of my brother. It is because my brother did this. My brother. So, Dimwango has decided, all right, I can see. For me to actually have control in the villa, I should actually be doing. I should actually now be appreciating Marwa, because people on the streets disregard me because they think I don't value Marwa. So she has decided, okay, so let me say, you are here watching me because I was pushed to this by Marwa. Okay? Hey, this world.
I really, really appreciate that he actually lifted me up in this to manifest quite quickly what I was looking for. And it was actually funny because our first conversation, he didn't want to mention that he was a YouTuber. I had no idea who he was. I didn't know him before as a YouTuber. And it was me, the one who brought the topic. Like, oh, I do YouTube, I sing, I do this. So he had no choice but to tell me who he was on the first date. And the rest is history. Sometimes we met people with a purpose. Sometimes they are just sent to you. Everyone that we met, they bring something. They can teach us something. They can...
Okay. So she's now becoming an inspirational speaker, saying that everybody we meet every day can be a lesson. I hope all of you know that common inspirational quote that is actually trending. That if someone is not a lesson to you, they'll become a what to you or a whatever to you. So she has adopted that, and she is coming here and saying, Skamaro is saying he always says it in his introduction, so she's lying. Of course she will always. When you live with a liar, you learn to lie. She has learned that on this street of YouTube, you have to learn how to lie to survive. You have to add ginger in the tea to make it look like, like, yeah, you're the one who introduced. So she's here saying, I am the one who introduced tomorrow the aspect that I am a YouTuber. I normally sing on the streets. And after that, he had no option but to tell me. What is she trying to tell people? She's trying to tell people that they shouldn't think that she is a parasite, the way they call her. I think that is the narrative she's trying to weave. That let people not call her a parasite, because she never knew at first that Maro was actually having... She never knew that Maro was a big YouTuber. Yeah, so the things that happen on the street, sometimes they just make us fail to know what to speak about or what to communicate or how to present it anyway. So Mama Africa, we've had now the second Mama Africa. I don't know whether Skamaro also saw that title, because now Rochelle Cabrera is Mama Africa too. Just like Dimwango is normally Mama Africa. I've traveled for 5 years in 70 countries. So I don't know whether Ro Cabrera has traveled in 80 countries now that she started before even she met Marwa. Has she traveled in 80 countries, or 8 or 10 or 20? She didn't tell us that. But she diverted the story very fast to say that God is the one who presented Marwa to her. And he came about as a gift to open her eyes on YouTube. And currently, she's doing well, of course, because of that.
they come with a lesson, most of us, for us to teach them and for us to learn from them. And the truth is, we don't know how long people are supposed to be in our lives. So that's why it's very important to appreciate them when they are.
What did she mean by saying, the truth is we don't know how long they are supposed to be in our life? I don't want to overthink anyway. It is her problem. But I've just picked that part of what she's saying. And now I want us to go to Marwa, because I'm just targeting 1 hour. Specifically 1 hour. I may not work so much today because tomorrow again we have another graduation. Today I went to one graduation and there was a lot of rain. We were actually disturbed, and it took a lot of our time. And we spent the entire day there. So I am very limited in terms of how many videos I can do today. But I'll be posting a premiere on the graduation events. And then tomorrow, of course, I'll do a live stream again. So Mara came up to tell us life in the village, all right? And in the process, I heard him preaching and preaching, telling us, you should be working hard. You cannot sit down like I'm sitting and believe that you can be rich. That is what I heard, I think. That is what he told us, right? Let's just get the parts.
Let me go see my sister's construction. What is going on? I hear a lot of noise. So I'm just going to check what is going on.
Okay.
So those are very new here, guys. These are construction for my former. But he's still my driver, but he used to be my border guy. Border is a guy who takes you around with a motorbike. But now that I have cars, now he's transformed from just being a border guy to a driver.
Okay. Who is this guy? What is his name? What is the name of this guy, Marwa? Why can't you just say it's Gitriba? Why are you telling us the guy who used to be my border? Now he's my driver because I have several cars. I'm like, eh. Those cars don't even leave that place easily. And the last time I checked, Gitriba was actually had picked a motorbike from the parking. And Marwa came out to make a lot of noise saying, Gitriba has made their motorbike his. He picks it whenever he wants, without even asking. So he said he has to stop that. Rosho has made him just get used to picking things like it's his, you know. Now, all the time since then, I've seen Gitriba has only driven the Mercedes-Benz when Rosho was learning it. But after Rosho learned how to drive, Rosho, I think, drove that Mercedes-Benz once. And then she now began to drive the big vehicle. The big vehicle that is supposed to be used for tourism. And I'm like, so when you're telling us about the former border that is now a driver, are you genuine about it? I don't see any genuine aspects in this unless whatever narrative you are weaving, because circumlocution, it's an art of speaking when you don't want to mention somebody, maybe because you are escaping from something. In linguistics, that is what happens. Some people will be like, what is your business? But I'm just trying to make you understand. If someone does not want to appreciate me, they'll say that woman who walks to school at 8. Or they'll refer to me as that woman with 2 kids. Or they'll call me the tall woman. Instead of just telling people my name, if people don't want to appreciate you, if they don't feel like you really matter, what they do is circumlocute. I hope you got it right. And actually, under linguistics, that is the kind of speaking that is there to make you feel like you're not worth, or make other people not really recognize and appreciate you. But when they're in your presence, they'll try to say, yeah, people should come and support. Yeah, let's stand with him. But when they are away, they try to say, I'm just passing by this person who was my former boda, and of course, currently, he's still driving my vehicles. I'm like, okay, let's continue. Let's continue from there.
One thing that you should learn about me, and I don't do this for the videos or anything, I just do it because that's what is in my heart, is I don't want people just to be around me who are not progressing. I like to see people who are progressing around me, because I realize all you need to do is just a little discipline, push, and you can be whatever you want to be. But some people just want to sit down and talk, and the whole day goes, and then tomorrow. So if you are doing something...
Some people like myself, edutainment for us plus the rest. You just sit down and talk and talk and talk. You are not having any discipline. You are not having any discipline. You are not pushing anything. If you just sit and talk and talk and talk today, tomorrow, the other day, the next month, the next year, you are not pushing, are you? You need some discipline, all right? Yeah, and Marwa is here preaching to us. I don't know. Fella sitters, have you heard the message? Did you hear the message? We should cease from sitting and talking and talking and talking and talking, because we will not progress. Did you hear? We will not progress. Ni nini hiyo inatoa moshi
important, they
hivi?
start seeing you as a problem. That's why you see sometimes I call some people lazy, because that is exactly who they are. And I'm not saying that not succeeding in life is being lazy. No, don't confuse that. I simply mean that laziness is where somebody, they know they can actually do better.
Hey, lesson. Lesson, or is it a sermon? It looks to me like a sermon. Yeah, that you are lazy when you know you can push, but you are not pushing. All you are doing is to sit and talk and talk and talk. And then you begin to hate some people. So here, in my own interpretation, I thought he was talking about the reactors from both sides, whether you call yourself positive reactor, negative, or whatever you are, or a critical analyst, documentary, or whatever. All of them belong to this, because you sit and talk and talk and talk. When you can push yourself, go around, do some developments and progress about yourself, and do videos and vlogs on that. Come on. At least I'm trying. At least I'm trying. You go and watch my videos. Watch my vlogs also. Watch my classes. At least I'm pushing, right? Yeah, at least I'm pushing. I'm not just sitting and talking and talking and talking.
Or they can be whatever they want to be, but they just decide that, I'll find a reason to complain. I'll find a reason to say, oh, it's not my fault. I'll find someone to put this blame on, and then life goes on. So I'm going to visit my sister's construction now. We see what is going on. Because Fridays, in the next 2 days, she needs to start bringing materials. But I think she's organized. She's dealing with the engineer directly. So, like, this is a lot of sand. This sand is a lot of sand. Needs to be put together. Oh, sasa mpaka nivurute, si ndio?
All right, guys, you heard that. So you've heard the serious teachings from the travel commando. The travel commando is telling you can do it, but you cannot do it when you are sitting and preaching and preaching. Hey, is it preaching even? When you are sitting and talking without actually pulling it. Fake Ray, welcome. I was not really seeing because somebody called, and once somebody calls, I don't know why it happens that when somebody calls while you're on live stream and you're using a phone to record, the phone cannot now allow you to just use the small part to check on the computer. So, hi, Fekere. Fekere is asking, are you tall? I am. Why not? All right. I don't know why she asked, but maybe she'll be coming back to tell us more. Then Skamaro said, he always says it is in introduction. Oh, no, that one I already read. Skamaro is saying, but isn't talking his career plus begging? He doesn't see that, because as for him, he knows that he does vlogs. He goes about pushing a little bit more and showing some discipline, you know? Unlike us who just sit and talk and talk and talk. Blaming him for begging, blaming him for controlling maybe something here and there, blaming him for scamming. Are you getting? I think that is what he's trying to, the narrative that he's trying to push. That is the narrative. So Fekere, I am tall. I am tall, but I don't know. Maybe you're asking because of how I hold the screen, but I think I'll just improve with time. Oh, what did I say? What did I say actually? Fekere said, I asked because of what you said earlier. Maybe remind me what I said, because earlier on I had talked about that is Rosho. And then I came to begin talking about Marwa. Okay, maybe she will let me know as we proceed. But guys, Marwa is a funny person. He can come and preach and preach and preach when he wills. And then after preaching and actually telling us about the neighbor, he tells us, I'm passing by this neighbor who used to be my boda, but now of course, he's still working for me as a driver for the many vehicles that I have. And I'm like, all right, we can see that. Meanwhile, I heard about Ian, that Marwa said that he doesn't want anything to do with Ian, and I was like, what is going down? What is the problem? What did he do that stopped him from that? Anyway, let's proceed. I'm like, the Palosa. He said that he doesn't know how far they are, whether they are still in South Africa or on the way to the villa. Yet we had been promised that next month, which is just 9 days away, the Apalosa will be in Kenya. So when he began saying that in one of the videos, I was like, what do you mean? Are you trying to tell us now the month is coming and you are worried about people asking about the Apalosa or the contributors, and you've started now asking whether they are in South Africa or they are now almost in Kenya? Because when he started his video, that was the question he asked, and I was like, are you serious? What are you saying? Let me just play that part.
Sometimes in North America, then sometimes in Africa here, sometimes I'm in Latin America, which is Southern America, South America, and sometimes I go to Asia. But one thing I'm very happy about is actually this year, my son is growing, and next month he will be 1 year.
Okay.
That's one thing I'm very proud of. So we're gonna go up here, we see what is going on. Okay, we're gonna go up here, we see what is going on. Very, very healthy. So today I arranged to work here. I want to see if they did what I told them to do. I see.
Yeah, so of course Mara is here overseeing what somebody else is overseeing already. Gitriba is overseeing his own project, but Mara is pushing the narrative that he's the one overseeing. I don't know. But maybe because he's the boss of the driver, he has to make sure that he bosses him even in his own compound, because he said that the workers always overlook and also downplay, or rather look down upon Gitriba, because Gitriba has no idea about proper construction now that he has been skipping on many constructions. So he has to come about and survey and see whether the good work is being done and assign people on what to do. All right? After having been in Latin America, North America, and I don't know where. All right? And I believe this narrative is being pushed because maybe he wants to go back to traveling. That's what I think.
I'm seeing over there is water. Here there is no water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the river had to leave this place. Oh, there was no water.
Mm.
Get the river! Get the river! Here there is water, you can see. But here there is no water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you pour water like this, you can see this ground is wet. So the compassion becomes a serious one.
Okay.
But if you don't pour water, like here, I'm not seeing any water here. Even this one, I'm not seeing water. So that can be a problem.
Okay, the boss has spoken. Water has not been poured universally on the construction. Yesterday he declared himself, I am now a real engineer. So as an engineer, he has to come and survey and actually do a video. Pick some parts of the whatever video he's making and create a video out of that. And that is what he calls discipline, all right? The discipline that really calls upon us as YouTubers, not just to sit down like this and complain and hate people. Instead, we should have some discipline. Maybe become designers. Maybe become interior what? You know? Interior designs or some cooks or something serious, and then go about and do it so that we can push more than just come about and sit and do a video today, tomorrow again we come up and do a video and complain. That's what he's trying to advise, you know. And now, after coming from these two construction sites and even going to the sister's place and telling us about the materials that are yet to arrive because of the coordination between the engineer too, I was like, is this engineer now engineer too? Because he said, my sister works with the engineer. Anyway, and I was like, okay, so you are engineer two, he's engineer one. Let me just work on something here. Don't disappear, please. Give me some 2 minutes. I work on data bundles, then continue. Really? All right. Yeah, so guys, I'm just back after this mishap here. So Marwa comes up and tells us that Gitriba is messing big time. All right? He's messing big time because he's not an engineer. He went to the sister's place and told us the engineer is working in coordination with Dimango. And I was like, you declared yourself the engineer in this village. You said that you are now an authorized engineer to actually show what people have to do. Of course, he said, I'm very serious. I'm a serious engineer now. Now here he comes and establishes the errors, begins to call Kitriba. I'm like, boss, you are still the boss, of course. You are trying to prove that you are bossing around Gitriba even in his compound, you know. And he's really like Nasto. His head is like this. Tortoise in the house. Tortoise, you have to do it. Fake it until you make it, you know. Like if he really needs people to come and contribute, he has to keep doing that. Even with the Guardian in Germany. Is it German or US or UK? I'm not so sure. So Marwa came out of those places and now came to prove that he's doing some riding. Okay? So I saw him disappearing with the horses and I was like, hey, yesterday you were here announcing that Rio is sick. You told us Rio is sick. And if you look at Rio, for those of you who have studied something to do with horses, I did some agriculture, and when we are studying agriculture, it was taking us deep into different animals. I think when you see an animal limping, even a human being, when you are limping, the leg might not be a problem, let's say the lower part, but the top part or not, what am I saying? If the top part has a problem, maybe it is swelling, maybe the infection must have come from the legs. That is what I'm just guessing. The infection must have come from the legs because I've seen even students in our school when they limp. The problem begins with the foot. Maybe you have foot infection. So the infection goes to and it gets to the bloodstream or something like that, and it creates a problem that will cause you to limp. However, yesterday when Maro was talking about the horse, they were just looking at the leg and saying it is swelling at the top, the hip, and then he began to also say that they are overworking, maybe the horse has overtrained. I was like, I don't know. I just need maybe the veteran will say something. I don't know whether he said. I'm just looking at this video and he's marching out with the horses, and he has said they have been overstrained. If they have been overstrained, how comes you are living with the horses, Marwa, from the villa today to go and train? You know?
Guys, Marwa doing a walk. Marwa is here. So we're gonna take it down to go and wash it. The horses are ready to be ridden.
The horses are ready to be ridden. We are going to wash them. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very good when you just pull it a little bit. It turns the way you want. Yes. You're not supposed to force. Yeah, you're not supposed to force. Yeah, just be gentle. Be gentle. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Hey. Okay, so Maro has taken to riding finally. And I'm asking myself, did he stop to take the driving lessons? Because the last time I checked, he was also doing driving, and he had promised that in 2 days or 3, he will be ready to drive the Mercedes-Benz, and he will not let the villagers mess around with his Mercedes-Benz anymore. But then it has been almost a month plus, almost 2 months, right? And up to now, Marwa has not yet, I've not yet seen Marwa driving. Fekerea said, oh, oh, Skamara is saying circumlocution, someone describe you as the tall woman, no problem. Hey, no problem. Fekere says, maybe he didn't know Ian was married. Oh, so now after knowing it becomes a problem? Just like yesterday I was asking about Davy JNr and Brian, there was something that was not adding up in their celebration video. If you check on it, maybe you'll get to understand what I'm talking about, Fekere or Skamaro or anybody else who will be watching me. Yeah, as Skamaro says, didn't he say he lost the money? That the South Africans were saying they didn't receive the money? Hey, maybe you should give me the specific video where he said that. In which video did he say that, so that I check? Because I was surprised in today's video, he said that he doesn't know whether the horses are still in South Africa or they're almost in Kenya. But next month, we should automatically expect them here. And I was like, okay, so how comes you don't know where they are? When something is being shipped, I thought they normally update you on how far it is. How comes he's not aware about how far it is? Skamaro said they trained one horse in the river until he caught pneumonia and died. Oh, but then he was saying that there is a video he did when he was talking about the construction of the stable, and he said that one of our horses died around the river. We don't know whether the snake bit him or whatever happened to him. So it is about training again. My goodness, then that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. It tells me that these people are not suitable for horses anyway. But they are pulling the narrative of horses. Until today, yesterday we saw Dimango trying to pull that narrative too. Okay.
These ones fall off like here, you see. Like the sun is always shining Huh? Tell me, guys. Tell me, what else would you ask for? Sometimes people say heaven is somewhere else, but in my own mind, heaven is right here. Here. Heaven is right here. I see Jonas can graze here. I don't know if he can. Jonas!
According to Marwa, heaven is on earth. He's taking me back to, there are these people known as who? There is a given religion in Kenya. They are Christians, but they normally have papers. They have papers they read every month and publish. And they normally say that heaven is just on earth. And the life you are living is just here. And even when you die, you remain on earth. So Marwa has finally begun to manifest such things after coming from the forest in Kilifi. I'm like, what exactly is happening? On the other hand, we can see Rosho telling us about the God that gave him Marwa. And Marwa himself believes heaven is here, while the Bible tells us something different. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting confused now. But anyway, let's get to Davy JNr, because Davy JNr has actually been playing a very bad game.
Your life is tricky situation.
He has been playing pranks. Some of those pranks have really frustrated his subscribers. Most of them are warning him. If you look at today's videos, two of them, all of them were actually rotating around the same content. I don't know for whatever reason. Are they joining the lazy gangs? So, most people are telling him, yes, Davy JNr, stop encouraging Mwita about California and let him know that the house that is being built for the dancing grandma is for her, for him, and dancing grandma. Someone from Jamaica, Cloud Blake, wrote the comment. Another one said, as long as grandma has accommodated Mwita for 25 years, let them live. Another one said, to everyone helping dancing grandma and Mwita with building of the new home, may God bless you abundantly. You have helped the two souls gain a smile on their faces. That one was just neutral. Another one was like, it's more serious than you think. Don't allow grandma to put Mwita out of the house. You have started an uncomfortable situation without realizing. The uncomfortable situation here is where Davy JNr is actually telling Mwita that we have got visas for you and travel documents. You are supposed to be going to California because that is your dream country. Prepare all your clothes and let's go. So now, whenever he says that, the dancing grandma is like, she's relieved. She goes, packs everything that Mwita has in that house very fast in one bag and says, let him go. At least when he's gone, he will be sending me some dollars. Are you getting? Yeah. So that has been happening. He did one prank, people warned him, but he has repeated. Davy JNr is a funny one, by the way. Even when some subscribers tell him to stop something, he will not stop. He will persistently do it and do it and do it. As long as he has the views, that is what he cares. And they normally tell us we do things because we want views, and like all of us are doing for views. Someone says, this joke is of yours on Mwita of California makes me sick. And you and Jonte keep on laughing. You are the one making grandma to Mwita. To Mwita. Then you say you don't get it. Instead of laughing and continuing to make Mwita a fool, why don't you address this Mwita is older than you? This is not a joke. Another one said, when money comes to grandma and Mwita, use it and fix their home. It is only fair for supporters' pockets. Then the home will finish quicker and no one would be lacking. That is what Marwa did. Davy, we all love you, but we are giving great advice. Let me read the last comment, but the comments are too many. For today, many comments are actually targeting to tell Davy JNr to stop these pranks, the foolish pranks. Grace Tiambati, I think This California thing joke should be stopped. It is not doing any good to Mwita and has confused dancing grandma and made her feel Mwita can go away anyway because he has always wanted to go to California anyway. Davy, please to get that to Mwita, going out to their mind and focus on living together. They are together happily as husband and wife. Alright, so let's just listen to the prank. And what I want to say, maybe the subscribers don't understand the culture of Africa. One thing with Africa, you cannot go to inherit a woman, then actually belong to that home. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And if anyone has a different maybe story, they can share with us so that we agree that it can happen. But from what I know, from what I've seen, if a man goes to live with a woman whose husband has died and has children, they never belong to that home. And if Davy JNr is actually believing that that house will belong to Mwita and dancing grandma, or even the subscribers, they are just lost, because it can't happen. The moment anything happens in that home, Mwita will be packing and going as early as 6. In Kenya, we normally say asubuhi na mapema. Atatolewa asubuhi na mapema, because a home belongs to the original man that was there and the kids, not to a strange man who comes to inherit or stay around because maybe they don't have where to go. So when I look at this narrative that people are pushing, that house belongs to now Mwita and dancing grandma, you know, maybe people in Europe or America think that houses in Kenya have documentation like in America. No. In Kenya, for example, you can build a house in your farm and you don't have any documents actually proving whether that house is yours or not. People just know that that piece of land is yours. And from what I know, the dancing grandma owns that home because the husband died and left her here. And she has children. A boy and 2 girls, 2 or 3. Two girls, I believe. So that home belongs to her. It doesn't belong to Mwita, by no means. Even if subscribers have decided to contribute towards constructing a house for them, they should know that this is not Mwita's home. It can never be. And when you look at the way dancing grandma behaves, it's like she doesn't really want Mwita around. Even though they have lived together for 25 years, that doesn't mean that she is really appreciative of Mwita. Maybe they were living for convenience. But now, the dancing grandma, as you've seen, she's very scheming in most of the videos, asking for money from Davy JNr every minute, telling after they buy this, tomorrow she creates another problem. She even calls her cousins and friends and daughters to come around and make sure that they collect something from Davy JNr. So she's a tricky scheming woman. Very pragmatic. She's practical about life at the same time. So I don't think that the narrative of people telling that Mwita will own this home is not. But I just feel for Mwita, because this prank is not good at all. When you check on the 2 videos, for example, why would Davy JNr come up to talk about the aspect of California? Of course, like if my dream is to have 2 million, maybe in a year's time, and I've not got it, if someone came to prank me about it, I don't think I would like it. It will be very painful for me. If someone came and said, yeah, do you know that after you shared your dream of maybe completing your house that is tall, some person from America has sent 2 million. Then it happens that is a lie. I'm telling you, it will be very painful for me. Even if I won't say it, but it will be very painful. So pranking, in fact, I don't think these old people understand what a prank is. And Davy JNr does not tell them that it's a prank even at the end of the day. He keeps them suspended and then wakes up and again comes up with the same prank and tells them, okay, the weather seems to be okay. Can you pack your clothes so that we go to California? And the guy, because he is so ignorant, he begins to pack. The lady also, because she's ignorant and she wants Mwita away, she packs everything. So let's just see today what happened. Let's just see.
How does payroll?
Let's skip something here.
Like
About hygiene. We wanted to put everything. Okay. What's really happening here? I have no idea. I have no clue. I was outside. She decided to pull up with everything here. Hey. Huh? My question is, will she maintain this color?
Sasa hizi ni za 250.
So these are 250 each.
250. Hizi pamoja.
What are you happy for your dem?
Nimefurahi sana
Jamani.
Dem wako
sana. Barikiwe sana, Mungu awabariki.
Guys,
Nimefanya hivyo, Mungu awabariki sana.
Naona hata mimi
kako frame hapa Mwita, kaka karibu.
Alikuwa hana sindiria. Sasa amepata, Mungu awabariki sana.
You're right here guys. Oh, hata style.
Oh my God. This lady has been on the street saying that her chest dances up and down anyhow without control. Now, Davy JNr actually took some money and advertised openly that they are going to buy bras for the lady. And someone never bought them. Someone just took the money because there's moolah around. So yesterday, Davy JNr actually had to send Jonte, the brother to Brian Bepa, to go to Nyabohanse with the dancing grandma and buy bras. And they were supposed to buy around 10 of them. And I can see they have made it to buy 10 of them. So Davy JNr comes and the woman pulls them out to show. I'm like, guys, hey, the Nyabohanse telenova is loading. Okay? And after that, that is when Davy JNr now tells this guy, Mwita, that he is now traveling to California because the weather is okay. Unlike the other day when he pranked him and then finally dropped a bomb to say that the weather is bad. And Mwita was ready to travel with the cow. Look at that.
When are you getting married? That is my question.
na mti wa sabuni.
When are you getting married? Mnaoana lini?
Tunaona.
Mnaoana lini?
Jamani, unaona.
Niambie, mnameremeta mnaoana lini? Harusi tunayo hatuna?
Tunayo.
Harusi tunayo?
Tunayo.
Oh guys, so grandma just said they are getting married. Tricky situation, but I don't know the date because I just asked her, do we have a wedding? She just said yes. Oh my God. Kwa hivyo hata nikasukari kununua. Actually guys, yesterday I gave her some money and they went to Matiko and they bought these ones. Ishi ngapi? So my question is, will she maintain these colors? Will she maintain the white color? That is the big question. Na mko na simu wingi.
Hii simu ni ndugu ya nani ya Nyasu alikuja kuniuzia hii. Nzima hii.
Na hii nyingine
hii ni yangu ambaye hata mafuta.
Cheni ndio. Cheni what is cheni?
A chain.
Oh.
They keep their clothes.
It's only them. It's by reality. You know why it's rested? It's because of the urine. Alright, let's go. Come out. Unavaa hizi tena Mwita. So Mwita is being asked today what he wants to wear.
So it's this one and the other one. California boy. So California boy is taking the goat. You didn't attend a night. Oh. Pole. You know, they don't care. Most of the time, grandma, she's the one who always have the say. Huh?
You know, I would love you to watch birds around the village, take you to some forests around here to go and see birds, you know, different types of birds. So, you want to go up here, you want to see what is going on. I'm not seeing my boys. I'm only seeing one.
Alright, I'm just checking on Davy Jr.'s video, the one I was referring to, before I get to OGA OBInna at the top. So, I see people have disappeared, but anyway. Where is this video? This one is here. Nataka nimalizie hii, but I'm checking on something I can't see whether I can eat. Yeah, so I was just checking on the videos for Davy Jr. There's a video he did, and he really pranked the Mwita big time. Even if I don't get it, I'll just talk about it because this prank is so fascinating. It's not very exciting. So he has kept pranking Mwita that he's going to California. He comes the next day, he does the same. You realize that dancing grandma is really packing things quite fast, and he gets the impression that she doesn't want him here. And he says it on his videos, possibly because he nourishes on drama. Yeah. So maybe let's finish with our last story of OGA OBInna at the top. And our analysis into the emotional aspect of the kids seeing him having the whoop. We call it what? Jordan shaving. So OGA OBInna did the Jordan shaving and went to meet the students, the kids at school. So Lola could not really hold the tears back. So let's just check on this and see.
In two. Today. What, man? Come on, guys. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, man. I'm a champion. Mama, I'm a champion. Yes, I am.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Can you imagine if your children are used to you having hair? You've never ever shaved the entire hair. Then for once you come and shave the entire hair. How will they react? Have you ever thought about it? For example, if I have such hair, then they just come back and I've shaved the entire hair with Jordan. How will their reaction be? So OGA OBInna actually did that and went to school. And one of the daughters was crying, tears actually. She was crying literally because she was like, really? Jordan? Look at that.
How do you know? How do you know, man? How do you know? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. In 2.
Oh my God.
What, man? Come on, guys. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, man. No, Brianna, come on, man. You gotta respect your father. Where amukapo? Songa hivi, hebu songa hivi. Where amukapo? Toka hapo. You gotta respect your father, man. Man. Guys, respect, man. Respect your father, man. Nobody lies. Where's Ada and Lola? Where's Lola and Ada? Go get them fast. I want to see their reaction. They are then on the mama. My hair grows very fast. See, Lola, you know our hair grows very fast. In a week it will be back. Week. I'll explain to you why. Saseni? Kofiri?
Yes.
How was class? You wanna see something?
Yes.
No. Mommy, come, mommy.
Lola kidalia vibaya. Aki Lola amelia vibaya. Amelia mpaka akatoroka. Nikijua hivi utafanyaje? Utatoroka. Aki, she's crying so emotionally. Aki, one.
It will grow in a week.
Anakaa vibaya. Anakaa vizuri. Oh my goodness. OGA OBInna, what did you do to the kids now? They are crying. Imagine this little one, she's crying. She's really crying. She doesn't know why OGA OBInna had to shave the entire hair.
Can I explain? So normally in the Luo culture, kwa Wajaluo,
sasa amenyoa sababu ya baba.
Unanyoa nywele as a symbol ya kumon mwenye amekufa. Okay? So this one was a symbol ya kumon baba. But it will come back in a week, man. In a week it will be back. Man. It's just hair, man.
You can imagine the sacrifice OGA OBInna has done here actually. What is this? OGA OBInna goes shaving his hair because he's mourning Baba. And now the kids are mourning the hair. Oh my God. Oh my God. Too bad. Too bad for the baby now, OGA OBInna. You should have prepared them psychologically before you went to shave OGA OBInna. You don't go shave, then you come to convince them that you did it because you are mourning Baba. I amelia.
I go tomorrow, I put something on it. Yeah? I put them back on. I put them back tomorrow.
OGA OBInna. Oh, so let's end there, guys. We'll meet again in another live stream.